Nice short 10-minute episode.
Yeah.
It's just an animal cruelty episode if you really think about it.
Not all of them.
To think the guy who likes animals a lot
I know.
is out here with all of the animal cruelty
Listen.
and Paul Bunyan.
Listen.
But food is good, but not too good, eh?
I'm just sorry that we apparently just did not care about animals during Second World War, Cold War era.
I mean, we cared enough to not kill pigeons with bombs.
Well, only because we thought it would take too much time to train them all.
And because someone else made bat bombs.
Not because we care about the pigeons. I mean, look at New York City. You really think we care about pigeons? We let them live in New York City.
I mean, we did use them as, like, communication back in the day.
And then we abandoned them.
Just like their job being in bombs.
Justice for the pigeon man.
Yeah, put them back in bombs.
That'll solve the pigeon unemployment crisis.
Anyways, welcome back to the After the Pod. God, we're starting with a tangent. I like this. This is fun. I'm excited. So, first and foremost, there's a bunch of short little pieces in this one. Which one was your favorite?
It's gotta be the drilling into the ice.
Oh, Project Iceworm?
Solely because stupid. It's like it's
just plain
plainly
dumb.
stupid.
And I think the worst part of that was probably the most like sensible of all the ones that I had found. I was like, in theory, I could see this. It's dumb. At least in theory, this makes sense. Not pigeon bombs or spy cats. That's all just. What were they thinking? This one I was like, it was like so dumb. But I could see it.
Did you imagine you get drafted, right? And they're like, you're going to the Ice City. And they're like, yes, sir, yes, sir. And they go to the Ice City, but then global warming takes its toll, and the ice cracks.
Just kind of look at you like, what are you doing here?
Not even that. You get to the city, the ice cracks, you die under frozen water.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's okay, we're so deep under the ice that, like, the enemy would have to nuke us to destroy our nukes. Yeah, but the ice still moves, and you know what? Those nukes are still volatile.
So, okay, cool. How are we going to keep it like safely contained? Are we going to put a cover on top that's going to be covered in a crap ton of snow and possibly frozen to the ice?
Yes.
I don't know why, but that sounds like a bad idea to me.
It's okay. They were so smart. They were like, yeah, so we're going to be smart with our nukes, our 600 nukes. We're going to put them all along rail with at least 4 miles apart from each other. So that then if one has issues, I guess they thought the nuke wouldn't blow up within 4 miles of each other.
They did just detonate a nuclear bomb in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, so they know that
That's like...
It's more than 4...
4 miles on each way, you know?
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
if you just, like, chain them together...
They could have just blown up the whole fucking world. Like, if they had done that and then something had happened, like, we would not be alive right now. Well...
Nuclear winter.
Rip Greenland. Sorry, my first thought was, all this heat makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Thanks, Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, at least they'll cool off.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Yeah, 600 nukes.
And also the fact that they left 52,000 gallons of diesel and, like, nuclear waste, and they're like, what could possibly go wrong?
So you're telling me that we have this major oil crisis, and we left 52,000 gallons of oil in Greenland? That's why they wanted to go back to Greenland.
Hey, some of it was also nuclear material.
Yeah, they don't care about that part.
They have the oil. I'm going to call them JD Vance.
Unless you're a different country, in which case they do care about your nuclear material. But 52,000 gallons of oil.
It's a lot of oil. And it's diesel.
Yeah.
They need that right now. They need the diesel.
At least like $6.
Oh, in not some more. Places. Yeah.
Ceiling.
What was your favorite one?
Is it Project Autistic Kitty?
Project what?
Autistic Kitty. Acoustic Kitty. Yeah, every time I look at it, I'm like, Project Autistic Kitty. Yeah.
I know, I was like...
That sounds right.
Came up with that one.
I like that one only in theory because I like the idea of a spy cat. Everything that we did, terrible. But like the idea of like a kitty cat spy, I do like that.
And a $20 million kitty cat spy.
20 million back then.
Wait, what is that today?
You have it written down.
$81 million per cat.
Or was that just like for the research and it would cost significantly less to put it into another cat, in which case it only cost like 20 million in today's dollars to put it into another cat.
Yeah, that part they weren't super specific on, but like, still, we're talking millions per cat. that they can't
Multi-millions.
really train, that they
So
had a high lethality because who knew?
100% lethality rate or
Yeah.
mortality rate.
Yeah, technically, because who would have guessed that there are cars outside of an embassy?
Crazy.
I would think the battery inside the cat would kill it too.
Yeah,
Probably,
that part of the thing was they're like, yeah, we had that would have spent like 5 years improving it because they're like, with the current like size, either it'd be way too obvious or you get like a minute of dialogue. So that's why like, okay, we need to keep making batteries smaller so we can stuff it inside a cat.
It's crazy that we're doing this at this time, and the Soviet Union at the time had the illegals program, which was so well organized and so well created, and we're here being like, let's put a spy cat.
We had big dreams. They weren't smart dreams. We had big dreams.
So was Acoustic Kitty your favorite, or was it someone else?
It's Acoustic Kitty, but more in theory than in actuality. Because man, we were really cruel to that cat, but I like the idea of spy cats.
Yeah, we kind of biffed it.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay?
As much as I love the idea of Project Pigeon, because of just how funny it is, and then we can finally clean up the streets of New York by getting rid of a bunch of pigeons, I have to go with my favorite, Paul Bunyan.
Let's go to war again over
I-
a tree.
I love Paul Bunyan. It's like, okay, cool, they killed 2 guys. You know what we need to do? Full send. Get the entire Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force. We're cutting down that tree. They're going to watch us do it. And then we're going to spend millions and more dollars to pull everybody out after we've spent millions of dollars putting everybody in.
There's
To
a show
cut
of
down
force.
a tree. It's like, yeah, 2 guys died. Okay, cool. There's better ways to handle it than spending millions of dollars
Please.
to rock up, stare them in the face, and cut their tree down while
That's-
making full-on eye contact.
That's all America knows how to do, if we think about it.
Just cut tree, make eye contact. That is America.
True, didn't at some point, like, in relatively recent history, we sent a satellite into space, and just to show either the Russians or the Chinese that we had the capability to, we just blew up a satellite?
I think so.
Like, we sent one up just to blow it up, essentially? Or am I thinking of, like, they blew up an old one and sent up a new one?
I think it was that.
Either way, we blew up a satellite just to prove that we can. It wasn't one of their satellites, it was one of ours. Because of course it was.
So a little fun fact about the Project Pigeon. First of all, apparently, America didn't really want V.S. Skinner doing this project. He was like, I can do it for cheap, and they're like, dude, I guess we'll hand you some money, but like, we're looking into other options. I hope you understand.
Oh, we can afford cheap. Go for it.
Yeah, so they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, I can do it for like $20K, and they're like, why not? Give it a shot.
And he
he's
just happened to find the dude who's like, pigeons. Let me train the pigeons. Like How to Train Your Dragon, but with pigeons.
and I-
Train your pigeons.
they're like, yeah,
Kamikaze pigeons.
he's like, yeah, the pigeons, they really like the hemp. He gave them hemp.
Did you give them weed?
He gave them hemp. You're like, they feed for that hemp.
Let's go.
And so he found out that if he fed them that when he put them in the bombs, they would wait up to 45 minutes before they got antsy, waiting for the hemp.
Let's go.
If I just give them enough weed, they'll sit still.
and as soon
until
as they
the-
start to fiend for more weed.
And they're like, well, within 45 minutes, that missile better be striking its location, so we'll sit there and keep tapping the screen for 45 minutes, want that hemp.
What is
Tap, tap, tap,
what
tap.
is America endorsing people with drugs and animals with drugs? We had MK Ultra last week. Now we have this week. What?
I gotta dose the pigeons.
Oh my god.
Look, you gotta try, If you don't know for a fact that the pigeons need to get stoned for the bomb to work, how are you gonna know that the pigeons need to get stoned for the bomb to work?
It's like, yeah, they probably weren't actually stoned. It was mixed in with seed and stuff like that. But just the fact that they're like, yeah, we can't give them normal seed, otherwise it gets too antsy. But if we give them some hemp with seed, ooh, then they'll sit still for 45 minutes tapping a screen waiting for that good.
But it was illegal in the United States to have hemp. You couldn't smoke that reefer.
Hemp was allowed, weed was not.
Isn't hemp weed?
Like
Yes
an
and no.
offshoot, kind of.
It's made from different parts.
So that's why it was okay, but they still fiended for that.
Yeah, we had hemp in like so many things back in the day. Like, I'm pretty sure we still use hemp in rope and hemp in clothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we use cocaine and coke, so.
True.
Not anymore, unfortunately. Maybe then I'd still be drinking Coke.
You drink Coke?
No. That's why I said maybe I would still be if they
Oh.
put Coke in the Coke.
America, please bring back cocaine Coke.
Hook a brother up so I can continue to not drink it, but for moral reasons this time.
People are so stupid because what do you mean nuclear landmines? We just saw what happens when a nuke goes off twice in Japan, where we committed genocide, okay? Why? I know this is UK, but you saw UK. Why are then you like, you know what would be great? I'm gonna put a fucking chicken on top of a live nuclear bomb.
But when the chicken dies, kablooey.
Or like when he gets tired, they put so much food out there. What happens when he gets hungry?
Either
Kablooey.
he dies.
He pecks the wires.
I was going to say, yeah, the thing is, it likely wouldn't have gone off unless he started pecking the wires. Because the big thing was that if it got too cold, the electronics wouldn't be able to send the signals, so the bombs couldn't go off. So it would just be an inert nuclear landmine.
Just sitting somewhere,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Also,
They dug these up, right?
I don't think they planted
They
them.
didn't. They
Oh,
had
okay.
made plans to. Yeah,
I think it was just an
few
idea.
prototypes were made before they canceled the project.
Gotcha.
But when I said that they wanted to be they wanted to be remotely detonated so they could do the most damage, they literally were talking about, okay, so we don't want, if we put a landmine there, they step on it, it blows up, they retreat. What we want is for them to get like half their forces over, then blow it up, so then half of them we have to run through radiation or die. That's how we really. And it's like, is a nuclear landmine not enough? You had to make it remotely detonated so you can make sure that they had already overextended before you blew all of them up and made them sit in nuclear radiation. Thanks, Great Britain.
I
Doing
just
good,
feel
doing
like most of these, it's like when you're in a meeting and you're like, no wrong answers, guys. How can we save America? How can we save the UK? And some random guy in the back's like, I don't know, strap a fucking chicken to a nuke. And they're like, brilliant! Brilliant!
Write that down.
I was going to say,
You are the most amazing man in MK5. Was it? Is it M5? MK5?
MI6.
You are the most important person in MI6. Give this man a medal. That's what I think it's like.
I was just going to say, and somehow we still haven't even gotten into, which we might do another episode, Castro,
A119.
A119, the psychic one, which I thought was MK Ultra originally, where like we got to find people with psychic abilities,
Mhm.
dropping giant metal rods from space because we made a treaty that we couldn't put nukes in space, so we said what's the closest thing? They said with the terminal velocity of the steel, like a steel beam, it would have like a nuclear size detonation without the radiation. These are like,
I do
feel
like
I
that
found weird
idea
things.
rather than having nukes, because at least if you drop a steel beam from space, you don't have to worry about radioactive fallout or the world catching fire.
It is technically better, but that is a low bar to clear.
I think maybe
It's a steel bar to clear.
poor Oppenheimer is rolling over in his grave every time we talk about nuclear weapons.
But yeah, so we have somehow these are really dumb, and you talk about how they just took anything. Oh, we have not even scratched the surface. This is going to be a multi-part series. If they like, I can move on to other finding out.
I can just see Oppenheimer spinning in his grave like the cat. Just spinning really fast. I'm like,
I do hope the ghost of
That's
Oppenheimer comes and like finds like Trump or like Putin, whoever has nuclear weapons, and is like, I am the ghost of of nuclear present. Let me show you nuclear future.
oh no, forgive me.
Right, I want that
Tiny
to happen.
Tim, here's a nuke.
But yeah, guys, that's some
That's
weird.
MK Ultra. I mean animal abuse.
That was going to be in this episode, MK Ultra, until Megan said, "No, I'll take it."
Aren't you happy I did that?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do it justice.
Aww.
Well, also because he wrote 6 pages, I've been writing like 2 paragraphs.
I personally can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop when it comes to the
It's
saddest.
my addiction.
My addiction is the saddest moments in history. I gotta get it.
Is
Gotta
that
give me a
why
hit,
you want to
give
do
me a
the
hit.
Oppenheimer episode?
Well, actually, the reason I want to do that Oppenheimer episode, thank you for asking, is because when I was in a World War II class in college, we had just learned about the atomic bombs being dropped, and this man in front of me said, we should have turned Japan into a parking lot. And I said, my man, that's genocide. And he went, so? And so I want to do it to spite this bitch. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to the After the Pod. If you haven't listened to the episode before this and you don't know what we're talking about, go give it a listen.
Also, like, let us know if you want more of this, because like, there's so many more things for you to do. But also, like, I can look at other pieces of history, or I can do more dumb stuff.
We'll put a poll. We can do that now.
Oh.
We'll put a poll out, so make sure to listen to the poll. I mean,
Listen to the
Vote
poll.
on the poll.
vote on the poll. And,
Pokemon vote on the polls.
and until next time, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.